Namaskar, everyone. Today we will see how we can control two DC motors on using an Arduino. For this, we will use today Tinkercad. So first of all, let us go here and bring this Arduino along with the breadboard over here. Now we will go and find the DC motor. So here we have the DC motor. We will take two of them, so two DC motors. Let us rotate them and rotate this DC motor also. And also let us bring one battery of 9 volts. So here we have a battery also. To control the DC motor, we will use L293D IC. Let us bring this IC and keep it here. Now we are ready to start with the connections. First pin is enable 1 and 2. So let us connect it to 5 volts here. Next is input 1. And here we connect it to pin number 13. Next is output 1. And we connect this output 1 to first DC motor. Next is ground, so we connect it to the ground of the breadboard. Next is also ground, so we connect it like this. Then we have output 2, and we connect it to pin 12 of Arduino. Next is input, sorry, this one we need to connect to the this is output 2, and this we need to connect to other end of the DC motor. Here we have connected. Input 2, let us connect to pin 12. Here we have the power, and we connect it to positive of the battery. And here, this one we will connect to the ground of the breadboard. So enable pin we have connected, input we have connected, output we have connected, ground we have connected, this ground also we have connected, this output we have connected, this input is pin 12 we have connected, and this is power that also we have connected to the battery. Now let us look at the code. Here we need to define pin mode for pin 12 also. Let us start the simulation. Oh, it's giving some error, and the error is voltage at pin input 1 is higher than voltage at VCC. So we need to remove this error. Stop simulation. Here we need to connect it to 5 volts. Now let us run the code. Yes, now we can see that this motor is rotating in clockwise direction. And if you want to run this motor in anti-clockwise direction, we need to make some change in the code, and that change in the code is here we need to write low and here high. Start simulation. Now you can see the motor has started running in the anti-clockwise direction. Now let us connect the second motor. Here is the second motor. So for that, this is input 4. Input 4, let us now connect this input 4 to pin number 8. And here is output 4. This output 4 we will connect to this DC motor. Then this is ground. Again, this is ground, so we'll connect it like this. And here it is output 3. This is input 3, and we will connect input 3 to pin number 7 of the Arduino. And here it is the enable pin. So this will connect to 5 volts. So that completes the circuit. Now let us run the simulation. Only one motor is running, the lower motor. Actually, we have not done appropriate change in the code. We need to make some changes in the code. We have to define the modes for pin number 7 and 8. PI and pin mode 7, output pin mode 8, output, and here start simulation. Yes, now both the motors are running. This one is running clockwise and this one is running anti-clockwise. If you want this motor also to run anti-clockwise, then we have to make a change in the code, and that change would be here we have to make it high, and here we have to make it low. Now you can see both the motors are running in the anti-clockwise direction. Now let us see how we can control the operation of motors using a push button. So for that, let us stop the simulation and bring one push button. So here I have brought one push button. Let me bring one resistor also. So here's one resistor. And I take it of 500 ohms. Let me connect it to this end of the push button. Keep it here for ease. Let me connect it to ground here. And this one to 5 volts. And now this is the enable pin of the upper motor. So this connection I will break from here. And now I will connect it like this. Okay. Now let me see what happens. So if I start the simulation, you can see that this lower motor is running, but the upper motor is not running. Now, if I push the push button, this enable pin of the IC will get a high signal, and this motor would also start running then. So here I am pressing the push button. So you can see now both the motors are running.